Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. Let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is about 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. We're going to be open today till 6:30 and tomorrow 11 to 5. If you want to call the store while I'm on the air right now, the number is 210-341-1573. We've got an event going on right now at the store. It's really exciting. All the ladies have loved it. And it is an end of summer sale. Even though the temperature in September will feel like summer, hey, we're just taking a mental break and saying, okay, it's over. So our end of summer sale is a lot of things are going to be 50 off. Some Farmhouse Fresh, Michelle Designs, Trap, Garden and House Flags, select glass house candles. So it's a large selection to choose from. We've got most of it all in front of the arbor right when you first walk in. But this is the exciting part. You get to spin the wheel when you're here. And on the wheel, there's all kinds of free things and extra discounts. It's so much fun. You would think we were playing like Wheel of Fortune and they just hit the $5,000 one and they picked an R and there's 5 of them, right? So anyway, come on in. It's today and tomorrow, as long as we have enough product left by tomorrow. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a good time to get a gift. So let me see. I want to remind everybody also that we are live streaming on Facebook right now, and we'll be on our website later and on our YouTube channel. Anthony, hi, thanks for being a part of the show. And just give me a little hi and a whistle out there, and I'd love to know that you're watching. All right, so let me tell you what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, because it has taken up like a lot of my time. Because when I'm here at the store, I really like to spend very little time at my desk and more time out on the floor, because my favorite part of my job is talking with my customers here, finding out what their projects are, what kind of, what they plan on doing, what they dream about doing, and, it could be all they need is a number 6 screw, but or they need 10 gallons of Chantilly lace paint and everything else in between. And that's what I really love doing. That's why I'm still involved with the hardware store. But there's sometimes that I have to chain myself down to my desk and get some things done. And we are getting ready to put out a new book. This will be volume number 14. And I'm going through the book right now, finding every kind. You think when you edit it the last time, you went, okay, that was all the mistakes. No, there's still some out there. And so I go through and I edit all of this, and then there's things out there that are not viable anymore. Maybe the business they went out of business. And then, oh, you look gorgeous today. Some of my customers just walked in, and they're one of my favorites. Y'all are all my favorites. They're really my favorites. Okay, really nice people. And so, I forgot what I was talking about. See, that's all it takes. Okay, so I'll just go to the next thing. Oh, I was redoing the book. Okay, so in redoing the book, I started going through the book and I realized I haven't talked about that in a long time. Well, I haven't talked about that in a long time. And it's kind of like that 80-20 rule. I talk about 20% of the products that we have 80% of the time, because that's mainly what y'all come in for. But today, the show, and next week too, we're going to flip it around and we're going to talk about the products that I don't talk about all the time. There are 80% of it that's here. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. And then maybe it might hit a chord with you, and you say, right, I do have a problem like that. I didn't know there was a product like that. There it is. All right, but first I want to show you something. Okay, I have a new product line that I am crazy about it. And yesterday while I was working on the book, I said, okay, I gotta take a little break from this book and do something else. And so we decided we would show some of the new Wise Owl paint, and we did a video and we showed all the new colors for Wise Owl paint. And if you're not familiar with Wise Owl paint, it is a chalk paint and a 1 hour enamel. It comes in about quart sizes and little half pint sizes because it's mainly for decorative painting. It's they do carry gallons, and I do see people out there on their site that do, you know, wall paint and things like that. But when you have Benjamin Moore in your store, that's what you choose for wall paint. But for decorative paint, oh my goodness, there is nothing like this new line. And this is not like a brand new line. This started in 2019. At the time when people were closing up right and left, these two ladies started a business that has just boomed, and it's called Wise Owl Paint. So they have two different formulations. And no, Kurt, Kurt wants to know if he spins the wheel, is there a trip to Mars on there? There's no trip to Mars on there. So anyway, there is, of course, the Wise Owl paint has got all these new colors, and they have chalk synthesis paint, which is a paint that you can just literally take any piece, just as long as it's clean, and start. You don't have to sand, you don't have to prime. It is a chalk paint, and so it's made out of, it'll have something in it that helps it cling to the piece that you're working on, whether it be wood. Now, I wouldn't recommend it like on glass or laminate. It might work, but there are other paints that are so much better suited for that. But as far as wood and metal, then their chalk paint is like premium. I mean, premium. We had another one, maybe about 8 years ago, and they pulled it from all the retailers and they just sell it online, and it does not compare to Wise Owl paint. It just doesn't. Come in and let me show it to you. And then they also have this other formulation that this is what I've done all my projects with, and we're going to be doing some more projects here in the store, and that is their 1 hour enamel. Their 1 hour enamel, you will have to clean, okay, clean. You might have to scuff sand, okay, because you can't paint on a shiny surface, and then you can paint. And with one coat, you get your color and you get your finish. It is a very soft gloss, but it is enough to give you protection that's all you need. You don't have to do a varnish. And then I also put in another line right beside it, and I haven't talked about it very much. We did a video yesterday. If you want to go out to our website, happyhandyman.com, and take a look at the video and how quickly we transformed a little piece. So they have transfers, and they have decoupage papers, and I know you're gonna laugh. Decoupage papers? Okay, these are not your mama's decoupage papers. These are artist-looking colors, are gorgeous, easy to use decoupage papers. But Redesigned by Prima also has, of course, they have the papers, and they have the transfers that you rub on. They have gilding, they have waxes, and then they have poly decor that can go on the furniture. And so yesterday we did this little project that was a little tiny little merchandising step stool. It's about 8 inches tall, and we put one of their transfers on top. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, you can see the little stool, and it worked out perfectly, and it looked really great. And we're gonna do a make and take next month in September. We'll be sending out emails on that. If you want to be involved, you're going to have to respond to that. There will be a cost on this one. The last one was free. This one's going to be maybe $5. But you'll get to take home a little project that you get to use Wise Owl paint, okay, and the Redesigned by Prima transfers. and get to see how easy it is. I was just thrilled. And it was a great little break to take from the book, and then I got right back to it. So, like I said, I came across a bunch of stuff that I said, I haven't talked about that in so long. So let me ask you this. When you want to paint your front door, what do you use to paint your front door? Because normally if we just use regular paint, then you're gonna have to take off the door, put it on sawhorses on the inside, get yourself a temporary door to put up if we're gonna paint it. And you're gonna put on a couple of coats, sanding between coats, and then you're gonna need to put a spar varnish on. But let me show what we've, there is a product that it's made by Benjamin Moore, because I used to recommend front door paint, okay? Because it did dry quickly, like within 20 to 30 minutes, you could close the door and not get any rubbing or marks on it or anything like that. But the bad part is it came in 8 colors. Well, what if you wanted a color besides that one? So now there is Command Paint made by Benjamin Moore. Now, it is a quick, dry paint, so that makes it good for doors, concrete, trim work on the inside of the house. It's a waterborne acrylic urethane, so it's going to give you a tough finish. Hi Cindy, how are you doing? I am doing great this afternoon. Thank you for asking. It's a tough waterborne acrylic urethane. It will be flexible, okay, because sometimes you don't get that with urethanes. They're stiff. If you put them on a wood door and the door moves a little bit, then you know what they do, they crack. But this is flexible. You can, it's traffic ready in 24 hours. So, but for your door, it will be ready to close in about 3 hours. And you can get it in any color that Benjamin Moore makes. Now it only comes in a gloss and a semi-satin. Oh God, don't quote me on that, but it's only 2 finishes. But maybe for your front door, you want a gloss. There's nothing that looks prettier than a black front door. Go look it up. They have a deal that says people with black front doors get more for their house. So there you go. All right, so and I haven't talked about that in a while. How about this? Do you have mildew on your silicone caulk in your bathroom? Usually, once you get it, it's done. Silicone caulk, all the plumbers and installation people, they love using silicone caulk. Siliconized caulk is a whole different thing. Silicone caulk, most of it is a mildew magnet. And so once you get mildew behind it, and you will, I mean, if it's in a shower, unless you dry off everything every time and have a fan going where there's no humidity, you're going to get mildew. And the sad part about it is, unlike regular caulking where mildew sits on the surface, and with a bleach-based product, you can clean it off and you're ready to go again. Silicone caulk pulls mildew on the back side. It draws it in. That's why they call it a mildew magnet. There's only one way I know to get, well, there's 2 ways. You can remove it, okay? And it's not easy. It really isn't. We've got products that make it easier, but it is a tough project. Or you can use RMR. RMR86 is a mildew remover that will penetrate silicone. I don't even think they knew it would do that, because when I went to them and I asked them about it, they went, oh, well, I don't know. I said, send me a bottle. So I had them send me a bottle, and because I keep a line of silicone caulk in my shower just to see what products will affect it. And I sprayed it with the RMR86. I walked out of there for maybe about 45 minutes, so I walked back in, it was all clean. I could not believe it. It was so nice to be able to have an answer for people that otherwise would have to tear out all that caulking. Now, it does come with a little You can't use it on just any kind of product. It has to be like ceramic tile, okay, that's tough. You can't use it on marble, you can't use it on laminates, you can't use it on anything like that, because those kind of things just have a finish on them, and if you break through that finish, which this product would do, you'll ruin it, okay? But you know what else it's good for? How many of you have front loading washing machines? I do, okay? And I love mine, okay? But what it does, it gets mildew in that seal. And even though you dry it out and I leave the door open, it still develops mildew. But I clean it with the RMR86. So that's just a little help. What about if you have regular grout and it's colored? You can't use just any product on it. If you use a bleach-based product, it probably will fade it over time. It may not do it right away. Hey, Karen, how you doing? But Zep makes a product, and they call it Grout Cleaner and Brightener. Just look for the one that says Brightener on it. And over on the side, it will tell you, safe on colored grout. It deep cleans and removes stains, makes grout look new again. Well, Zep does a really good job on stuff like this. And so if you have colored grout like light gray, or maybe you put in a shower quite a while back and you have like maybe a taupey kind of grout and you don't want it to turn white, well, that's the grout cleaner you should use. All right, how many of you have roots in your system, okay, in your septic system or in just your regular sewer system? Do you know what to use? There is a product made by Zep also. I feel like I'm in the Zep show today. Root Kill. Okay, it's called Root Kill. And bottom line is it's 99% copper sulfate. Anything that is copper sulfate will kill roots. Now these are hairline roots. These are not 3-inch roots that are going through your pipes. You know, that's a whole different thing. But hairline roots, they search for where that water is and they'll try to get into your pipes. And then all of a sudden when you try to flush, it just moves real slow, and you add that with toilet paper and it's just a mess. So Zep Root Kill is real easy to use. You pick a bathroom and you put half of the container in one night and you flush it and you leave that toilet alone that night. The next day you can use that bathroom, and then the next night you use the other half, because this is in a 2-pound package. Use the other half, flush the toilet, leave it alone, and that's it. That's all there is to it. And it's simple to use, it's not expensive, and as long as you keep up with it, maybe about twice a year, then you're good to go. All right, so I have a question. And somebody wrote in and it says, "Hi Trudy, I have a friend that is noticing some hairline cracks in their foundation. What may have caused it and what can they do about it?" Okay, so let me ask, okay, they're not quite saying in their foundation. I'm assuming that it is the foundation that goes around the house, the skim coating that is on that, okay? They put a skim coating on that to make it look pretty. And you can get little hairline cracks in that, and it doesn't mean a thing. You could put rockite on it, you could put slab on it, a caulking, but you know, if you're just worried about it, you don't have to worry about it, but you can make it look better with rockite or with slab. Now, if you see a crack in a foundation that goes from the bottom of the foundation all the way through the siding maybe, or your brick, your stone, and it goes all the way up and then all the way down, that's when you call a professional, because that's when there really is a problem. When it starts at the top, it goes all the way down, okay? So, but most time it's not a big deal. All right, how many of you really struggle with getting like pests in the garage, maybe mice or rats, and it gets worse as it gets colder? We found this product about 2 years ago, and I can't think of a product that has changed about what I do in the store like this product did. I mean, to me, it's been the #1 product I have bought in the last 5 years. That's how much it changed about what happened in my store. We would always have a problem if I brought in birdseed, and then all of a sudden we would notice we get little holes in the birdseed bag, and there'd be like birdseed everywhere. Well, you know why, okay? We never saw them, but we knew they were there, and I just didn't like it. So what I did, we just didn't carry bird seeds. So we could carry bird houses, we could carry bird feeders. We just couldn't carry the food to go in it, and it just seemed a little ridiculous, right? So one time I was at a Do It Best show, and I walked through new product area, and the gentleman was there, and it was him and his wife, and I could just tell they were just real good people, just real good, simple people. And I walked up and I asked him to explain his product to me, and he showed me a video. And the video was of a warehouse that had mice running all through it because it was a feed store. And he said they would lose so much money because of these mice. And then he showed that he put his product out, and it's called Morgan's Repellent, okay? It's it's a repellent. It is not a kill. It's a repellent, a true repellent. It's made with all essential oils, and it's infused. They infuse it into these pumice stones, so it's not attractive to kids or dogs or anything. Okay, we leave it. Let me show you what it looks like on Facebook. But it's a container, and there's a lid on the top of it, and we drill holes in that lid and just put this out on our shelves and in our warehouse. And within, I don't know, a week, I brought in birdseed, and it was a test to see if this Morgan's Repellent would really work. And guess what? Now we have a whole 4 feet of birdseed. We have birdhouses, we have bird feeders, and now we got the stuff to go in them. And that's because of this Morgan's. I have never seen another repellent that worked as well as this. So if this is a problem for you at your house, maybe at your ranch, at your boathouse, they do a lot of damage. Don't let them do it anymore. Just put out Morgan's Repellent, and it just keeps them away. How many of you have a ceiling fan that pooped out on you last summer, okay, and you need a new one? Right now, the existing ceiling fans that I have in stock are on sale from $25 off up to $75 off. So if you are thinking about getting a ceiling fan, this is the time to look. They are Hinkley ceiling fans, and I also have a few Wind River left. I don't have a whole lot left, but if you were looking for a fan, I would say come in here first and just check and see what I have, and if one of them will work for you, why not get it on sale? We're going to special order everything after this. I am still going to carry ceiling fans, okay? All right, I think I have time for one more thing. How many of you have cloudy headlights and you've never done anything before to take care of them? Let me tell you about a product called Magic Clear Lens. It is amazing. One swipe and it cleans your headlight. Nice and clear. All right. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The phone number here at Johnny Chick's Home and Hardware, 210-341-1573. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. See you next week. Thank you.